Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where, if you saw the previous episode, we went over the patch notes. We have 6 new scenarios. I may start in right with those. I am eager to test out the save and load functionalities for ships that we design now. Oh, and to note, there is a custom battle now. Let's have some fun with some of the new missions. Sink the raiders. Defend our transport ships from 3 dangerous cruisers. 3 heavy cruisers are threatening 2 of our transports. These cruisers possess a mix of firepower, protection, and speed that can make them particularly dangerous against other cruisers. You can try to deal with them with a number of your own cruisers or a semi-dreadnought, which, although not very maneuverable, its numerous big guns can undoubtedly deliver high damage. Must sink the enemy cruisers and not let them sink any of our vital transport ships. 17.5 million. They have 3 heavy cruisers. We have 2 transports. We have 2 hours to sink all of them and keep our transports alive. To do that, we have firepower boosts, maneuverability boosts, optimize survivability, or more money. Tempted to do maneuverability and go with the battleship. The gunfire will be atrocious, but it'll be fast enough to chase them down. Theoretically. Let's try the firepower first. That is indeed faster. And we are limited to steam engines. Coal do get induced, so this is tolerable. Rename our designs? That would be nice. Oh, we can. Excellent. First things first, get rid of the range and the bulkheads for the time being. Not much bonus to the horsepower per engine, but we do get a lot of engine weight back. Do want to induce. Take a look at our auxiliary, see if there's been any changes there, noticeably so. Up to armor, of course, although we could do crop 1. Armor strength is not that big a deal, but we'll see how expensive this ends up being. Barbettes, of course, we have the ammo detonation chance for the extra weight. Torpedoes, protection, judging by the notes, is actually a little bit more important. It also gives a bonus to floatability now. Double bottom, I'm not too concerned about, although one of the things I want to look at is our resistance. Although that shouldn't be too big a deal. But you can see how a double bottom does increase our resistance. And reinforced bulkheads may no longer be as big of an issue either for the reduced fire chance. I know I used to be very big on that. I am going to keep it for now, though. See, we see a boost to armor strength. Speaking of, up 4 is still 100%. With that, we get up to 117%. May make it less historical. I'm not too concerned about it though. And we don't really need the extra weight. At the same time, we should be able to go with light shells. Been some changes to, I think it was gun cotton, tube powder, and TNT. I'll look through these stats a little bit. Black powder is pretty basic and not very good. Gun cotton, we have the shell damage and muzzle velocity, which are good. Increased chance of fire though. Not too keen on that one personally. Ballistite, much higher shell velocity, decent shell damage, better range. Lyddite, we're looking at lots of extra damage, lots of HE damage. Half the penetration though. And then Lyddite 2, we're looking at a less intensive version of that. Ooh, chance of fire on that is pretty high too. White powder is kind of the all-around bonus for cost. As before. Cordite, slight reduction to shell penetration for a hefty shell damage bonus. Cordite 2 having less of a fire chance, but not quite as much damage. More penetration though. Tube powder, we're looking at less reload time, which is nice, less range. Decent shell penetration. Actually, that's probably one of the best penetrations. Yeah, it is. Less fire chance, more weight, less ammo detonation. And then TNT, I'll just... less hull weight, shell penetration, shell damage, more HE, slightly higher chance of fire. Thinking ballistite for this. I mean, I really want to do the Lyddite for that shell damage, 57%. Increases our chance of fire. You know what? Let's do it. Turret wise, we probably want to do the rapid turrets. We're seeing lower gun aiming speed, lower turret traverse. I will do the semi-auto. Torpedo propulsion. We'll look for fast. Makes them less accurate, but that doesn't really matter for these. And maximum size for whatever we have. Rangefighter wise, gun aiming speed, or that long range accuracy. I think I'll just take the base accuracy this time. Okay, so that was quite a bit to get to that. Take a look tower wise. Straight line increase across the board. So that's a no-brainer. We'll go with the front tower 4. I mean, it does cost a bit more. And it does way more. But the accuracy and damage control boosts, it's well worth it. Squeeze those in there. We'll do a small one for now. 2, and then we'll upgrade as necessary. No barbettes since we're using a semi-dreadnought. Looking at dangerous heavy cruisers, so I'm going to protect for 10 inches. Looking at that, 10-inch guns we want at least 10.5. Which we're sitting at that now. Aim for 12. Actually, do the 10 all the way around. Deck-wise, an inch ought to be sufficient. I'll probably boost these later. But I just want to get something down for now. Oh, right, we're having a big drop due to lyddite. What is it with? Oh, yeah, that's much more. However, we do have 80% to our armor quality, which means a 21 should still be good. I want to boost it. It's a little bit thin at the moment. So, what are we looking at for guns that would be effective against heavy cruisers at a few kilometers out? Thinking 12s would be ideal for the primary armament. I could also see 14s just for the straight line. Oh no, not 14s. Oh man, Mark 1s versus Mark 3s. Really a choice between 12s and 13s. Interesting how the accuracies change on those. I am going to go with the 13s. We'll bring those inboard as far as we can. We'll balance things later. We have the 12s. Some 8s would be amazing. Like so. And then I don't think we're going to fit any 6s anywhere. It did make it a little bit easier to squeeze things in now. Oh yeah, casemates. We have some 3-inch slots. It's pretty limited range. I'm not going to say no. And there are no additional 2-inch slots. Let's drop to 5s. Can we squeeze one in anywhere? Doesn't look like it. 4. Yeah, they didn't make it that much easier. Can't stick them up on the superstructure. Did they put those slots there? That's interesting. And I'm not too convinced of the efficacy of 3-inch guns, despite the improvements. And we'll pop a pair of torpedo launchers on there. So weight-wise, we're sitting at 94%. "24 knots would be great. How is our engine efficiency? Pretty atrocious. Oh, I didn't want to delete that. I didn't. "7 to 14, that'll double things. That's ideal. Well, there's our double funnels. Although, see if I remember how to flip things around some. Gotta remember the keys for this. Was it the... it wasn't the number pad. I used to know how to flip these around. Ah, there we go. We'll reverse that one, and that'll protect our funnels as best we can with our superstructures. Actually, considering that, aesthetically, especially since I'll be saving this ship, I would like to flip the turrets down appropriately. Or at sea. I don't think I can do that to these. Oh, you kinda can. Neat. I know I didn't do this a lot previously. If at all, really. There we go. It looks a little bit more historical to me that way. We have plenty of funnel capacity. Nice if they told you how much you needed for your engine rather than just telling you a percentage. So what to do with the last 3%? More armor, of course. And I could use some torpedo protection. Especially with the reduction, but to that effect, I think I'm going to drop weight on those. 16 inches on the turrets. Add a little turret top. I don't think we're going to get anything else. We have money to burn though. I have the triple expansion. Oh, that just means we can make it bigger. Go for an 18,000 ton behemoth. If we're going to do that, oh, we can just squeeze that in there. Nice. That means we have a few more casemates. Also means I want to adjust these ones. Still have the smaller guns in the open mounts. I think that's appropriate. We still have a bit of cost. I don't think I want to add more armor to this. Add a little bit more tonnage to her. And go for just speed. Yeah, I didn't think bulkheads was going to sit very well. Torpedo protection is going to be way too much. Double hull will be way too much. Well, that's not too bad actually. That's fixable. Anti-flood I'm not worried about. Although that fits within the weight limits. Sentinel 1 would be nice, but not too worried about that. Oh yeah, we can use reduced torpedoes. That anti-torque looking. Yeah, that's several hundred tons. Oh, and we have a third slot for our funnels now. I want the extra. Oh, it doesn't fit. Ah, because that's extra boat deck. We lose the protection for our aft funnel. That's unfortunate. I kind of want to go for the big funnel, but that'll put us overweight. So it may be that we're just going to look at boosting the belt a little bit. There we go. And we'll take the Stella Maris. I wanted to copy it just to see if it auto saves or not, which it looks like it does. Ah, aft weight offset. Our pitch and roll. The roll's pretty bad. And that's because we put a lot of weight on the sides of the ship. Right, aft weight offset. So we need to move the forward turret up just a little bit. Hold down shift to make it not quite as pronounced. It doesn't lock onto the points. So we're looking at 14.9 and 41.5. Let go. There you go. Yeah, it's basically, do we want to take the hit here in longitudinal weight offset, or do we want to take it in the hit in pitch? And I'm going to take the hit in longitudinal weight. So here we go. Our 1 battleship versus 3 heavy cruisers. Immediately turn towards them. There goes the first of the 8-inch. Middle one's not traversing. Possibly a bug. It's stuck because it's squeezed in there. I need to have it starting shipped out, maybe. There we go, first hit on penetrating. Got reports now. What are we looking at for warships? That's cute. Oh, nice 13-inch hit over pen, the aft portion of the ship. These all identical. They do look like they are all identical despite the pre-mission that said there was 2 of one and 1 of a different one. Looking at 4.7% accuracy. Seems to have gotten distracted by this one. Clean misses. Bring Stella around to starboard. And we'll increase speed slightly. At least they're focusing on us, not the transports. There's our 8-inch, then our 13s. Fire back aft, took an 8-inch hit. Did over-penetrate the mid-belt. Oh, nice. Stuff spreads a little bit now. Almost done identifying her. Slow down so we can take a look. So we're looking at 9-inch guns. We protected for an appropriate amount. We're a little overprotected. 8-inch secondaries. See the 4 turrets there on the sides. Some 5-inch that we're less concerned about. Using white powder. Ooh, that fire is spreading around. We're sitting at 5 kilometers now. And we're looking at 7 inches of armor to penetrate. We're looking pretty good for that. A little lower down for the speed accuracy. Do 21. High end to full, but that's fine. I'm going to switch us to AP if we aren't already. I think that'll change our 8-inch. We should probably be using HE on those. That is definitely changing those ones. Okay, switch back to auto. It seems to be picking better things this time. They do have torpedoes. 17-inch, range of 6 kilometers. Cloudy weather, morning, smooth waves, calm wind. The new way that damage spreads a little bit, well, bulkheads are going to be more important. That's kind of nice to see. Get within 2.5 kilometers. And we'll see about turning broadside. We've taken a fair amount of fire damage so far. Double speed. Ooh, nice. Destroyed a secondary gun. Started a fire. Back aft. Yeah, we have good penetration stats at this range. Penetration vertical versus horizontal. Very high. Engine damaged. Very good. See how flooding goes. 97% of the hits will be side hits. Ricochet increasing as they change angles. Destroyed a secondary gun. We're getting steady hits now. Don't do that. Stay on target. It's a terrible torpedo shot. Come about. I see their torpedo. Be lucky if we can avoid it. We'll see the new effectiveness of torpedoes. Yeah, we're gonna get creamed by that torpedo. Right in the stern. There we go. Nice to see that flooding progresses now. That's pretty significant. Like, that may have just finished us, because you can see it spilling over into this compartment. You really have to be a lot smarter about how you design your ships now. I approve of a lot of these changes that I'm seeing so far. Oh, that's going to be a miss. They're still maneuvering. Bring the rudder midships. Stay on the Washington. Be nice to sink at least one of them. Oh, new torpedo incoming. Cut speed. Continue to port. Yeah, we'll avoid that one. Degrees right, bring us back up to full. Let's switch targets. We'll be able to hit the Tulsa quite effectively. Oh, there we go. Destroyed a main gun. I like that new informational display. It's handy. And actually, we can display it on ourselves now, too. Supposedly. Supposed to be the Alt key, that doesn't seem to be working. Ooh, hit the Tulsa pretty hard. Come to port slightly. Stay on them. The secondaries still don't seem to be too good. The accuracy fall off seems to be appropriate compared to the main guns. That true for ours as well? Yeah, it is. Just the accuracy of these early guns is pretty atrocious. And here we go, we're about to sink. Okay, so I'm really liking the changes. First things first, let's get those shipped out. So that they actually work. That would be nice. Good guns. Fire chance is too high though. Definitely not liking that aspect of it. I think we'll go ahead with the white powder, or maybe the tube powder. That hurts our range though. With range comes accuracy, which actually makes the ballistite a good choice. And it has additional damage compared to white powder. Other than that, I definitely want to add in some bulkheads. I'll sacrifice some speed to do it. And I'll also sacrifice some armor. Already got the reinforced bulkheads for additional firefighting. Anti-flood would be nice. I think that'll be a little too much. Oh, not by a ton. And then the anti-torp is a lot of weight. The double hull does help. Let's just shave a little bit off. There we go. Alright, so we're looking at different guns. Actually, let's remove the torpedoes for a change. That saves us 90 tons. I think we can do much with that. There we go. Is there anything we can increase the cost of? I don't think there really is. I want to increase the bulkheads too, even more. That's even heavier than the anti-torp. Bring us down to like 21 knots. More. We'll stay at 23 knots in standard bulkheads and we'll see how it works out. I'm predicting it'll go poorly. Well, at least it started us in a better position this time. And all turrets are firing this time. Oh yes, excellent. I almost want to switch out the fire control for the long range one. A little bit faster for this phase. Well, still managed to light us on fire early. See how far it spreads this time. Hey, stay on target. On fire again. Ooh. Managed a penetration mid-deck. How far are they? Within 5 kilometers. We'll start our turn to port here shortly. You can see one of the other improvements is the secondaries are firing at available targets. Ooh, flooding. Nice. Alright, we're within 3 kilometers. Let's come to port, cut our speed. And as the guns bear, we will switch targets as appropriate. Alright, let's get the guns to shift. Looks like they sacrificed their own torpedoes. They're using ballistic now. No way I'm protected against those guns. I just have to hope I outgun them enough to hurt them. Gonna see an increase in ricochets now. Still managing to hit them well. They come around, we'll come the other way. (34, 40% chance to hit. There we go. (13's) getting ready to fire. Ah, she's getting a bad angle though. Okay, that's decent. Oh, I was looking at ours. They're using Lyddite too. We are relatively protected outside of 2.5 kilometers. Close to 5 kilometers actually, but we have no accuracy at that range, so we're just penetrating each other. Destroyed a number of main guns on this one. I think I'm going to come to port and shift targets. Combat effectiveness of this cruiser is definitely reduced quite a bit. More flooding on the enemy cruisers. Switching to the Bridgeport now. Slow it down a little bit. See how the... Ooh, yeah, you can really tell with those new decals. Especially that one, that's a clear penetration. Looks like another penetration right there. Smaller caliber. Oh, ammo detonation. That's what we were looking for. Focus on Toledo now. She's taken no damage so far. Oh yeah, that's a good hit. Mid-belt penetration into the engine room. You can see it's right there. Bounce, or partial pen. Liquefied some metal. Let's hit their spotters already. Hit on the conning tower. Yeah, you can really tell with those decals. They did a good job with that. Oh yeah, that's such a good hit. Oh nice. Even morphed it, like skipped off the deck and into this barbette. And that turret is damaged. That was a straight penetration. Oh man, brutal. I like what they did with the decals. That's awesome. Alright, get back to commanding our ship. Charleston has gauging us from the port side, so they have 3 turrets available. The Toledo is hammered. Not doing so well anymore. Really tempted to switch targets. I want to see this one through. How is the Stella Maris doing? Most of those really don't look to be penetrations, which is good. We can't see through the steady smoke to check on the secondaries. Let's cut in a little bit. Not looking for the Charleston, we're looking for the Toledo. She's down to 1 major caliber turret. So it might be time to switch targets despite the fact that we've got her on the ropes. We'll cut in a little bit. Destroyed another main secondary. Getting penetrations with those 3 inches even. Destroyed main gun. Those ones were already destroyed. Cut in a little bit more sharply. Decent flooding. We're destroying their main guns. The forward one is down now. It's just one of the secondaries. Same as the Toledo. Coming close aboard of the Toledo, and we just got an ammo detonation, so it's about time to switch targets anyways. Sit and watch this one a little bit. Oh, brutality. I don't think we need to see the report anymore. Deck's awash back aft. Oh yeah, she's about to flood out. Especially with extra flooding. Mission complete. I am pretty pleased with that run of it. If you disagree, let me know. I'll start taking notes, starting with this episode, of suggestions from you all about what bonuses I should take, what kind of ships I should build, and some of the details about them. But with that, I am fresh out of time. This ran a little bit long anyways, especially with the review of changes. So with that, I thank you for your time. I appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Take care.